Tractor, no start, no spark, no turnover, no headlights when you turn the key on. Dead as a post. My first thought was to go after the key switch, because that's usually a fine culprit on mowers, outdoor equipment. You know, it gets, well, rain and weather and all kinds of crap in it because nobody puts their stuff away. But no, verified its operation with the wiring harness. This is nice when they do stuff like this. It tells you all the key positions and which one of all of this stuff it shorts across. And they're all labeled nicely. That was nice of them. Anyway, I eventually determined that there's no continuity between main power from battery to where that goes up here to the ammeter. And it's not the connectors, because I actually split the wire. I know you probably can't see that. I actually cut the wire and am poking in there. So there's no continuity somewhere here to get to this little section here, to, you know, about here or so. You have to take the fender off. Yeah, we have this apart, and I don't see anywhere where this wire would obviously be broken. It's all shielded fairly well. It's not pinched. There's no arc spots that I can find so far. We'll keep digging. Joy. All I wanted to do was mow the yard. This, by the way, is a Troy-Bilt Horse XP that for the most part hasn't given me a lot of troubles. I need a valve cover gasket. We're leaking pretty good. There's green stuff here. Green stuff can be, we'll find out, exposed copper when it oxidizes will turn green and kind of rust green. If you've ever seen a green penny, you know what I mean. Well, that is most definitely, I'm going to say, where my issue lies. It has punctured the sheeting, and it's kind of bulgy and nasty here, so it's probably all green and rotten. Ever so often when I was mowing, the engine would just die for no reason, and I'm like, what the hell? I thought one of my safety switches were going wonky, and I haven't really tracked it down. But this was probably it. Well, I know this was it. It was also starting to nick into the insulation of the big battery wire here that runs to the starter. That would have been bad had this arced straight to the frame. You know, there's a lot of pixies in this wire. Anyway, we'll put a little protection here and pull out this section of wire here until I get back to good copper and splice in a nice splice, and have a good look at how the fender, how much space is in here. Probably none. If there's any extra wiggle room, we'll try to put maybe some wire loom around it, something extra to help buffer it. Because this was right where one of these here were at, one of these wire anchors, so it could have been just vibration, but I don't know. But it does look like we found it though. Okay, putting back together stage. The fender is pretty easy to come off, really. There's 2 bolts under here. There, you can see that when I replaced it because it was about rusted out. 2 carriage bolts, the 2 hiding under the sticker, and then there's just the ones that actually hold also the seat on. This guy's a toughie. Loosen this till it's almost all the way out. Good big pair of pliers. Good big pair of pliers. And you can make it come. This bracket, you can slide it over and then go whoop, and pop it up over where it goes. The spring will loosen all the way. Take it out, get these screws out. Reverse is kind of the same. Pull it up, get just this thing on here, thread this in a little bit, and then what you can do is use the seat to leverage it down into place till this pops over here, and then just kind of steadying it with the pliers and slowly letting essentially the bolt kind of pull it into place. And that's how I got that on, because this guy, whoo, there's some pressure there, there's some tension there. Okay, so we still have all this apart. This is all pretty basic stuff. You take off a couple bolts here and there. All right, let's see here. I got the ammeter plugged back in. Got the switch hanging off here. Let's see here. Aziz, light! Ooh, thank you, Aziz. We've got some current draw. Let's hang this down here. Don't want to break it. We need to cheat this switch by sitting on the seat. Cheat that one. Let's see here. Hey! Alright, I think we're good. Now I can drive it that way, right?